This is Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell on the Forge Audio Network.
Forge fans, welcome back to yet another week of Forge Daily. Today is September 18th, 2023. I'm your host, Mackenzie Barwell, here to give you all things Forge FC. Now, today's Monday, so if you've been listening to this podcast throughout the summer, you know what to expect by now. We've got to figure out what went down this past weekend around the league and then see where Forge FC is currently sitting now that we are nearing the end of the regular season. Forge coming off that win yesterday and a long night of travel. I think Bobby actually mentioned in Behind the Beard last week that they were in Winnipeg for less than 48 hours or something absurd like that. So we'll get the day off today and then back at Tim Hortons Field tomorrow morning. In today's episode, though, we'll have a listen into that post-match press conference and then hear from Coach Bobby and Aboucar Sissoko. We'll also get into some other games around the league that have affected the standings. So let's start with Forge FC and Valor yesterday. Some changes to Forge's starting lineup, including KJ Tavernier getting the start. I bet you after our conversation last week, he probably put a little bit more thought into his game day fit. I would have liked to see a photo of that. Back from international competition, Garvin Matusla also getting the start in that left back position. And then Alex Ashinyote-Janssen moving away from the center midfield back into a center back. Just 10 minutes into the game, kind of a strange way to open the scoring. Aboucar Sissoko is able to chip it over Valor's goalkeeper, Ryan Yesley, who's kind of caught out of position. However, not even 3 minutes later, Valor would respond in the 12th minute. Tristan Henry makes this insane save, but then off the rebound, they're able to tie it up. And that would be all for the first half, but it would be a much higher scoring game. Both teams adding another goal to the score in the first 15 minutes of the second half, including Woobens Pacias for Forge FC. And listen, I'm not going to take credit, for everything, but I will say the superstition of being on the Forge Audio Network the Friday before a weekend match seems to be working. So anyways, Reza Rama also getting the assist on that one. Now Woobs has 8 on the season. So at this point, we're tied 2-2 until Benny Vadabanga steps up for a free kick. And this is something we've seen before at Tim Hortons Field. From outside the 18-yard box, he buries it off a deflection. And, as impressive as the free kick was, I'm honestly more concerned about the backflip that he did afterwards. So I'll have to have a chat with him about that at some point this week because he must have been a gymnast in his past life. Anyways, Benny secures the win for Forge FC, and they would leave Winnipeg with the 3 points for the first time in 4 years, which Abu talks about a little later. Something else to keep in mind with these few games left, if you weren't already aware, clubs must achieve 2,000 minutes played for domestic U21 players. And so far, Forge have reached a total of 1,629 out of those required 2,000 minutes. Vancouver, Valor, Pacific already surpassed this number. So Forge still a little bit of a ways away, but that may have played a role as to why we saw some younger guys on the pitch this past weekend, including Malcolm Duncan, Kadeen Kane, and of course, Woobens Pacias. All right, let's hear from Coach Bobby and Aboucar Sissoko at the post-match press conference yesterday. They shared their thoughts on the match and the resilience of Forge throughout the match, particularly when they were down in that 2-1 period.
Yeah, strange game all the way around. You finish this game and you're happy that you've got 3 points to take into next week. And it's the one thing I kind of a message I gave to the boys at halftime. It's we're in that time of year where it doesn't matter how we do it, but we need to make sure we get 3 points there. And I think that's how it's worked. At some points it was good, some points it was ugly, but it's been a while since we've taken 3 points here at IG Field. It's a lot of pressure in general. At this point we know how tight things are in the standings, and just trying to keep our trajectory going as high as possible here. We knew that we needed to come out of here with 3 points. We had already lost crucial points to Valor earlier in the season, and these are games where you need maximum 3 points. On their end, they're a resilient team. They're a well-coached team. They're always going to give you 100% each and every game, and that's one thing with them. Doesn't matter if they're winning games or not doing well. They're always going to put their best foot forward, and that's what they did today too.
Honestly, we work a lot this week to bring the 3 points at home. It's been 4 years the team didn't win here, so we came here, we wanted a good result, and we had it. I'm happy for it. It's all about the mental stuff. During the halftime, the coach said we have to bring something home. We have to bring the 3 points home. So when we went down 2-1, honestly, I wasn't worried. The quality of the team, the player we have on the team, we just keep pushing, and then we won 3-2, and I'm very happy about it. The team, we can play good football, but we can also play a direct ball when we have space behind. So, I stood the space behind the center back and the left back, and I took advantage of it, and Manny gave me a good ball, and I just had to push to the net and score. Yeah.
Now, with that win, Forge have a total of 39 points and currently sitting third in the CPL, just a point below Pacific FC, who sit in second with 40. They came away with a dominant 4-1 victory against York United this weekend as well. And then above them, securing a spot in the 2023 playoffs already, Cavalry are pulling away from the rest of the league. They've got 6 more points than Pacific. That said, neither of these teams have a game in hand anymore, so all top 3 teams, including Forge, have 25 matches played and the same 3 left in the regular season. In 4th and 5th, we've got Atletico Ottawa and Halifax. They've both got 33 points total, but Ottawa technically still with a leg up because of point differential. So that's all you need to know at this point after a jam-packed weekend in the CPL. This week, we will look ahead to Forge's match against Pacific FC. So that'll be all for today's episode. Thank you all so much for listening, and I will be back to check in tomorrow.
This has been Forge Daily with Mackenzie Barwell. If you like what you heard, please like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share.